How are you?
Sorry to be late. I was preparing some tea. How are you doing?
Fine, thanks.
Fine, that's good. We have new students. Victor, I think. Is it your first class, Victor?
Yes. Yes. First of all, I apologize for missing the class last time because I was working. I thought I will finish early, but I didn't. So my apologies for that.
Don't worry, I understand. Thank you for your apologies. Okay, you're the student that works in the south, right?
No.
I was sure. Okay. So who is the one that works in a company in the south? None of you? No, I was sure it was you.
No.
Okay.
I work in the Faculty of Veterinary Science in the university, but
But do you work with foreigners?
Yeah, but when I said the thing of the exchange between some of us from certain sort of universities, right?
Okay. Yeah, I can't remember the details, but I knew there was somebody working with foreigners. I mean, with Americans. Well, never mind.
Well,
it's okay. Okay, thank you, Victor. What about the rest? How are you doing, Raquel? Good to see your face. How are you?
Fine, and you?
Fine. Is it your first class?
This is my first class.
Okay, yeah. Because I didn't remember your face. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, Matilde, how are you?
Hello, fine, and you?
Fine, thanks. Sofia, Uriel, Matias, how are you doing?
Oh, hello. I'm doing great. I'm quite tired. I'm doing great.
Oh, yeah, that's very good. Despite the lockdown. How do you all, I mean, how do you cope with the lockdown? Sorry, who's
I have some.
Matias, yeah.
Lockdown. You mean the light?
No. I'm talking about the fact that with the pandemic that we cannot go out.
Oh, well, like I said before, I like to play video games, so I don't go outside too much. But
so you don't mind?
Yeah, I'm doing great. I don't mind.
Yeah. Because I've heard some people that say, well, look, I don't like going out very much. I don't go out on weekends. But now that I know that I can't go out, I definitely want to go out. I don't know how you feel about that.
It's nothing special for me.
No? No. You're happy with your video games?
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. What about
you, Sophia? What it is.
Yeah. How do you feel with the lockdown?
Me?
Sophia? Fine?
I'm sorry, I have some problem with the internet. So
okay.
I don't know, I have a lot of things I have to do, so I think that the day I don't know. I forget the word. So focus on class and write the thesis that I don't really think about the lockdown.
Okay, lockdown.
Lockdown.
You don't really, I mean, mind
Yes.
being at home all day, every day.
Yes. There's some point of the day that I don't remember that we are in quarantine. So when
Oh,
I
very good. Yeah, good. And what about you, Uriel?
I'm fine, but I really miss the those days when I can go out whenever I
Sorry,
want.
Uriel, sorry. Matthias, can you please turn off your microphone? I think your microphone is open. Thank you. Okay, Uriel.
I'm fine, but I miss those days when I can go out whenever I want.
Okay. You miss those days.
Yes.
Okay. And where would you like to go if you could?
And I like to going out with my friends, but to their houses or a swimming pool, things like
Swimming pool, yeah.
that.
Swimming pool, yeah. Yes. And that will take a long time, and it will take a while to return to swimming pools. I'm afraid. Yeah, at least one more year. Mm. Okay, Uriel. And what about you, Matilde?
Me, I also miss seeing my friends, my closest friends.
Yeah.
They are really close to my house, so I watch them a lot. So I miss them really
You
much.
miss them. And don't you meet with them? I mean, in Zoom or Meet?
Yes, on the first lockdown or quarantine, I did that a lot, but right now I don't feel like it.
No, you don't feel.
I feel more locked, I think.
Yeah. I don't
Yes.
know in your case, but I teach everyone, not yet, but last semester and last year actually, I was teaching from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. non-stop. So I have some friends who do something different. So they tell me, would you like to meet with us on, I mean, a virtual reunion on Saturday evening? More Zoom. It's, I feel sort of intoxicated with it. I mean, to meet on Saturday night? No, I don't know.
I prefer to wait.
I prefer to do anything else, actually,
Yes, yes.
Yes. And I don't know, but I did it sometimes in order to keep my friends. I mean, to have a drink, to eat something. But I don't know. I love wine, for example. But when I have some wine, I'm meeting people, virtual reunion. I don't like drinking. I feel like drinking alone, and I don't like drinking alone. I mean,
Then you go to bed and it's like weird.
yeah, I do feel like I move instead. Here I am in my dining room. So when I have social meetings, I move to the living room. That's the only difference. But I feel like, I don't know, drinking alone, and I don't like that. And I feel like drinking alone when I meet with people on internet. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, but you get used to it. Raquel, what about you? How do you cope with it with lockdowns?
This time I'm a little anxious because the numbers are so high. There's too many people. Right now, I heard that in the hospital they canceled the breast cancer operation because they have to um, require for if they have to require the beds for COVID patients. And that situation, I think that is a really tragedy, because if it's the person that have COVID, there's no too many for collapse the system, but the medics have to start treatment, and important treatment, and that cost the life of the people for this pandemic. And this is that cost, I think, that is not seen for many people. Only is the risk, the people see only the risk of contagious, but not the cost, that invisible cost of the pandemic.
Yeah. If more people could see that, I mean, probably they would be more careful with.
I think so. I hope so, because I really don't know. And it disturbs me the manage of the pandemic for this government. Is the vaccination. I don't know if I say that right. The vaccination progress is really good for the zone, for the region, but they don't implement that measure with seriously, because they allow to the people to take permissions for vacation and permission to social meetings, and that is not being careful.
Yeah, the management. Oops, I want to.
I see.
The management of the vaccine process, of the vaccination process, actually. Vaccination process, you said, has been good.
Mm-hmm.
Has been good. The management of the vaccination process has been good, but the traceability and the campaigns to, I don't know, to control, to convince people, to control people, I think. The campaigns to control people have not been so successful. Is that what you mean, Raquel? Yeah.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Yeah, here we have the word. To vaccinate is the action, right? Many people have been vaccinated. The process is vaccination, and I don't know, the Chinese vaccine, for example. In Chile, we have the Chinese vaccine, the Pfizer vaccine, and I don't know any other one. In Chile, AstraZeneca, I don't know, Oxford.
AstraZeneca, Sinovac.
Sinovac is the English one, right?
Yes.
Yes. Well, those are vaccines, right? Do you understand the difference between vaccination, and vaccine?
Yes, I understand it. Yes.
Everybody? Yes. Okay. And what about you, Victor? How do you deal? How do you cope with? How do you cope with the lockdown and the pandemic?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I will try to turn on my camera. And now?
Hi. Yes, perfect.
Hi.
Hi.
How I'm doing it? Well, for my work, I spend a lot of time in the field, taking samples. So I travel very often. So that means that I have contact with nature in a mostly daily basis. So that's one part of how can I release my thoughts and be more wise, I guess. And the other thing that I do a lot actually, is meditation. I practice meditation.
Meditation.
Yes,
Okay.
I
What?
I practice meditation since 3 years ago. I practiced well. I started doing one type of meditation called mindfulness. That is the Occidental word for vipassana. That is the actual way in the Buddhist ideology, and from then on, I practiced, I think, at least 3 types of meditation. One is called metta, that in English is translated of loving kindness. So the object of meditation is more like the wishing, yes, wishing the best for other people, their well-being, sort of that kind of stuff, and so on. So yeah, I start up my day at 5 a.m. So I made at least an hour or 2, and then I start my day.
Sorry, you said you have to travel a lot. I mean, on daily basis. Where do you travel to?
Right now, in the metropolitan region, for obvious reasons.
Mm-hmm.
But recently, in February, I was in Punta Arenas.
Punta Arenas.
Yes, and last year was, for me, last year I traveled a lot, I guess. Yes, I was doing some study in coronavirus, but in pets, in companion animals. So I worked out on field a lot. And that was it.
Okay, so you don't you live the lockdown and the pandemic from a different point of view. You don't have you can go out and see other landscapes and other contexts.
Uh, that's the way of seeing it. But in either case, we have a team, a really tight team, no more than 2 or 3 people, and for a trip, or no more than 2 or 3 people in the lab. So that's the most interaction that I have between the trips in my work. But the most part of the time, I'm still in the Zoom meetings, I guess.
Okay, and the second question: are you a Buddhist?
No, I'm an atheist.
Sorry, I cannot hear you well. I mean, there is something.
Now?
Yeah.
Now? I'm gonna try this.
Yeah, because the sound is sort of interrupted. It's not clear enough. Let's see.
Now you can hear me best? More
so.
clearly? No?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. So, no, I'm not a Buddhist. I'm an atheist, actually.
Ah, an atheist.
Atheist?
Atheist? You don't believe in God?
Yes, I don't believe in God.
Yeah, but you meditate.
Yeah, because there are 2 different things.
Yeah, okay. So you practice it in a different way, not as a religion. That's, yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Okie guys. Well, something that I would like to, when we say in Spanish, por. Por is, well, I'm not a teacher of Spanish, but you know that the word por in Spanish may have different meanings. I mean, it's used in different different ways. For example, I can say el libro fue escrito por Juan Pérez. Viajé al sur por trabajo. Por mí, me da lo mismo. Por mí, que hagan lo que quieran, right? Por. But in English, it's different. So when you refer to something like, I mean, you have to analyze what you mean. If you mean the reason, I mean, how can we say that? For example, por mi trabajo yo hago esto, es debido a mi trabajo, como causa de mi trabajo. So in that case, I say, well, there are different ways, but one of the ways is due to my work, or because of my job, I do this, okay? Not for, okay? You have to be careful with that, because for is not por, it's para. For example, I have to meet a lot of people for my work. That is something that I have to do for the benefit of my work in a way. I don't know if you get it. Do you understand it? Uriel? You don't look very convinced. Your microphone is off.
Can you repeat it, please?
When you say, for example, this, well, I will give a simple example. If you say, for example, this coffee is for you. Not for him, it's for you. Do you understand the difference? For means to be received by somebody. For example, this coffee is to be received by you. Yeah? It's different. Okay? So for, I would say that the basic translation of for is para. Yeah? Dirigido a. Okay? Do you understand it? Okay. Goody. Well, let me see. If I'm not wrong, last class I asked you to do some homework. Did I? No? Sure?
No. Yes,
Last class we talked about home, right?
neighbors.
Sorry?
Neighbors, know your neighbors.
Know your neighbors. And did we, sorry, let me see if I'm not wrong. Yeah, we saw some pictures of some doors, and you talked about the people that you thought lived in those doors, yes? Then we saw that was it. Didn't we watch a video? Did we watch a video? Hello?
If we watch the video from the class, or
Yeah, in the class, did we watch a video?
I
No?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Okay, so I'm wrong.
I know that we didn't.
Okay, okay, okay. Well, never mind. In this part of the class, I mean, we have two different objectives, okay? Wait, let me write. Wait. Okay. For this first part of the class, the objective will be to describe places, okay? Using present tenses, different present tenses. That would be the first part, okay? So, good. First of all, let me see if by the way, today in the morning, I sent an email to Ruben Sepulveda to remind him again of writing your names in the right course, because if not, it will be a mess, okay? Let me see. Okay, in this part, I will ask you to watch a video where some people, they interview people in the street and they talk about their neighbors, okay? So I will ask you to watch the video and then we will talk, okay? Is that okay? Sorry, wait a minute. Here.
Welcome to Live from London. Today we're in King's Cross, talking to people about their neighbours. Do you know your neighbours? What are they like?
Yes, there's a couple who live next door in South Africa, and I know his name, but it's kind of got past the point where I should have asked what or remembered what her name was. And then I have a guy who lives downstairs from me who's a bit of a nosy neighbour who seems to know everything. And again, I should know his name, and he talks to me a lot, but I don't, and we get caught with him quite a lot. Have long discussions about everything in the building, which I'm not that interested in.
No, I don't really know my neighbours. I just know them to see them when I go past them and they're coming and going. So I have no idea really what they're like.
I know most of them, yeah, and they're normally just like elderly couples and a few young people and students, yeah.
Yeah, I live above like a Danish couple, and they seem nice, but generally speaking in London, you don't get to know your neighbours that well, which is a bit of a shame. I know more in like countryside and stuff, you have more of a relationship with your neighbours, leave keys with them and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, that seems nice. So I'd like to have that in the future.
Would you like to be closer to your neighbours?
No, not really. I think I'm close enough.
I would probably like to be closer to the couple next door. And there's another couple that live opposite that would probably be quite good to be a bit more friendly with. They're quite sociable next door. Probably not so much the guy downstairs, because he wastes my time.
So yeah, it would be nice to be closer to neighbours, but for some reason in London, people are moving house every other week. It doesn't really happen as much, which is a shame.
Overall, probably not, but we should all make more effort to get on with and get to know our neighbours, I suppose, but maybe depending on where you live.
Have you ever had a bad experience with your current neighbours or any from the past?
I can't remember a bad experience with previous neighbours, except actually one house in East London where there was parties going on all the time at 4 in the morning, and I was a teacher, and I needed a good night's sleep, and they were troublesome.
I've had a very small bad experience where I live. It's a communal area, so sometimes post goes missing and things go missing. So that causes some concern between neighbours.
Not really bad. There was an incident where we thought that the guy downstairs had stolen a delivery of a passport because he'd signed for it and then denied it. But then it actually just turned out that was a massive mistake on my ex-boyfriend's part, and it was just with the post office in, it's in.
Not my current neighbours, but in the past there was quite an elderly couple who never went out, and they always knew when we were walking up and down the stairs, which was really strange.
Okay, how was it? How was it? Too difficult?
Sometimes I couldn't understand some things because I think because of my internet, the audio, it was disconnected from the image, so it didn't coincide.
On-site.
Yes.
On-site.
But I understand it.
Okay. Any other impression, opinion about this video? Sorry, Uriel?
I have the same trouble with the video. The audio was disconnected from the image, and I couldn't understand the bad experience they have with the neighbors.
Yeah, okay. Any other opinion, impression?
I don't understand either, but because they talk rabbit. I don't.
Yeah, too fast.
Too fast. Yes.
Yeah. Well, addition, there are two how can we say, two objective difficulties to understand. One is that each of them has a different accent from different parts of the world. And also, three difficulties. The other one is that some of them speak very fast. And there is another one that has to do with some colloquial expressions that are local expressions. So that makes it even more difficult. But I don't want you to understand, I don't expect you actually to understand every single detail. I want you to expect you to understand the basic things, the general things first. Then we're going to get into more detail. But there are three questions that they were asked. I would like to know what these questions were. Who can tell me the first question? What do you think?
Do you know your neighbor?
Sorry, again?
Did you know your neighbors?
Do you know your neighbors? Yeah, okay. The second one?
Do you want to be closer to your neighbors? I don't know if it was the second, but that was a
question. That was another question. Do you want to be closer?
Yes.
To be closer to them, yeah? And the last question, or the third question?
I think it was about if they have had some incident with their neighbors.
Okay, right. Have you had any problems with?
Yeah.
You had any problems, any difficulties with them? Very good. Those are the three questions, okay? So I will ask you to watch again. Okay. And this time I will share my screen and I will show you some sentences. Actually, there are 8 sentences. And you must decide if they are true or false according to what you understand from the video, okay? Wait a minute, please. 2. Let's see, I think it will be easier if you download it from your courses. It will be much easier. Because if not, I will not be able to watch the video at the same time. So, well, not all of you are in uCursos, but okay. The people that are in uCursos, please go to Material Docente. And download Live from London Neighbors worksheet. That's the video. That's the document, Material Docente. And let's see who is not. Matthias, you are not. Matthias, Uriel. Raquel, are you in uCursos? Yes. Sofia, you are not. Are you?
Yes.
Victor, are you? Wait.
Yes, I just downloaded.
So the only people that are not are. Come on, this is a mess to decide who is where. Wait. Matilde, you are Victor, Uriel, Raquel, Matthias. And also everybody is in. That's good. That's excellent. So my mail worked today, finally. Okay, so please, as I said, here you have the, oops. Here you have the 8 sentences, right? Read them, and then I will play the video again for you to decide if they are true or false, okay? Come on. Wait a minute. What's up? Here. Okay. Come on, hurry up. Okay, here we are.
Welcome to Live from London. Today we're in King's Cross talking to people about their neighbours. Do you know your neighbours? What are they like?
Yes, there's a couple who live next door who's South African, and I know his name, but it's kind of got past the point where I should have asked what or remembered what her name was. And then I have a guy who lives downstairs from me who's a bit of a nosy neighbour who seems to know everything. And again, I should know his name, and he talks to me a lot, but I don't, and we get caught with him quite a lot. Have long discussions about everything in the building, which I'm not that interested in.
No, I don't really know my neighbours. I just know them to see them when I go past them and they're coming and going. So I have no idea really what they're like.
I know most of them, yeah, and they're normally just like elderly couples and a few young people and students, yeah.
Yeah, I live above like a Danish couple, and they seem nice, but generally speaking in London, you don't get to know your neighbours that well, which is a bit of a shame. I know more in like countryside and stuff, you have more of a relationship with your neighbours, leave keys with them and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, that seems nice. So I'd like to have that in the future.
Would you like to be closer to your neighbours?
No, not really. I think I'm close enough.
I would probably like to be closer to the couple next door. And there's another couple that live opposite that would probably be quite good to be a bit more friendly with. They're quite sociable next door. Probably not so much to go downstairs as he wastes my time.
So yeah, it would be nice to be closer to neighbours, but for some reason in London, people are moving house every other week. It doesn't really happen as much, which is a shame.
Overall, probably not, but we should all make more effort to get on with and get to know our neighbours, I suppose, but maybe depending on where you live.
Have you ever had a bad experience with your current neighbours or any from the past?
I can't remember a bad experience with previous neighbours, except actually one house in East London where there was parties going on all the time at 4 in the morning, and I was a teacher, and I needed a good night's sleep, and they were troublesome.
I've had a very small bad experience where I live. It's a communal area, so sometimes post goes missing and things go missing. So that causes some concern between neighbours.
Not really bad. There was an incident where we thought that the guy downstairs had stolen a delivery of a passport because he'd signed for it and then denied it. But then it actually just turned out that was a massive mistake on my ex-boyfriend's part, and it was just with the post office in Sydney.
Not my current neighbours, but in the past there was quite an elderly couple who never went out, and they always knew when we were walking up and down the stairs, which was really strange.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's see the first one. I mean, I will ask you to read the first sentence and tell me if it's true or false, okay? If it is false, I will ask you why you think it's false, okay? Let's see number 1. Sorry. Uriel, can you please read the first one?
Gemma doesn't know all her neighbors' names. And it's true.
True.
She
Right.
doesn't know
Very
their
good.
name.
Right. Let's see Matilda, number 2, please.
Paul is on first name terms with his neighbors. False.
Okay. Why do you think it's false?
Because I think he said that he doesn't know any names of the neighbors.
Okay. What do you understand by saying he's on first name terms? How do you understand that expression?
I think he knows only the first name, like Matilde.
Okay, right.
I think so. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that you know them by their first names. Hi, Matilde. Hi, Uriel. Hi, etc. Right.
Yeah.
Good. That's right. That is false. Okay. Let's see number 3. Sophia, please.
Rachel knows the majority of their neighborhood. True.
True. The majority of her neighbors. Right. Number 4, Victor.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, I lost connection a while ago. So number 4, Edwin often leaves his keys with his neighbors. False.
False. Can you explain that? Why is it false?
No, he wished that at some point in the future the relationships between their neighbors they could get that way of be so confident of knowing each other, so someone could leave her keys of the house in their house.
Exactly. Right. It's a wish for the future. I mean, he would like that. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Not at present. Very good. Let's see number 5. Raquel?
Gemma wants to get to know her.
Raquel, I cannot hear you well. I can hear you from a distance. Can you try again, please?
Okay.
That's much
now,
better.
Yes?
Yes.
Gemma wants to get to know her downstreet neighbors better. No, that is false, because she thinks that the downstairs neighbor is too lousy, I think that she said.
Not exactly lousy, but nosy.
Nosy.
Nosy. I mean, he puts in his nose where in others, in other people's affairs. Yes, right. But you're right. Yeah, he doesn't like his downstairs neighbor. Number 6. Let's see, Uriel.
Paul thinks people should try harder to get to know their neighbors. And it's true.
True, right. Let's see, there is somebody. Matthias, please. Number 7.
Edwin is a teacher. True.
True, very good. Let's see, number 8, Sophia.
I realized that I don't answer that because I don't see. I didn't.
But don't you remember what she said?
No.
No? Matilde, do you remember?
Yes, but I'm not sure of my answer because it was very difficult for me to understand Rachel. She talks very fast, so I'm really not sure. But I think false. I'm going to read it. It says Rachel used to live next to some old people, and I think it's false. but I'm not really sure.
Actually, no.
Okay.
It's true. Yeah. She has a particular, not only, I mean, she speaks very fast, but additionally to that, she's got some strange way to pronounce. I mean,
Yes.
some
Yes.
movements that are, okay. Yeah, but it's true. Right.
Okay.
Okay. Well, let's see now the questions. I mean, if we think about, do you have neighbors? Do you have neighbors? Yes?
Yes.
Do you know your neighbors?
I do. Yes.
Yes, Matilde? Yeah? What about you, Matias? Do you know your neighbors?
No, because they are pretty old and I don't used to talk with them. So yeah, no. I mean, I know their names,
Yeah.
but that's it. No.
But when you see them, I mean, do you live in an apartment or in a house?
Yes, an apartment.
In an apartment. When you, I don't know, see them or meet them in the lift or, I don't know, in the corridor, do you say hi?
Of course. It's a polite way to.
No,
to
but it's not always.
Hi.
It's not always obvious. Some people don't say hi. Okay.
Well.
Yeah, you just say hi. You know but you know their names.
Some names.
Yeah.
But not all.
Okay. What about you, Raquel? Do you know your neighbors?
I think that not in person because I have a WhatsApp group. The community have a WhatsApp group.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you well, but you don't know them personally, but I didn't understand why.
Because I talk to them for WhatsApp. We have a chat and a group.
Okay. I assume you live in a building.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. This is like the joke that the Argentinian comedian at no? Jorge Luis? No, you didn't see him. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, he's
yes, I remember that. Yes,
comedian talking about WhatsApp groups and chats in buildings and schools. Okay, right.
But the communication is because they sell stuff, bread, cakes, pie.
Yeah.
Another sweet things.
I couldn't hear you very well. There is some distortion in your.
I don't know what to do. I don't know.
Okay, go on again. Okay.
No,
yeah.
The communication is for to they sell things.
Okay.
I don't know how.
Yeah. Yeah, they offer things. Okay, that's all it's business in a way.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a business.
Yeah. What about you, Uriel? Do you know your neighbors?
I don't know their names. I live in an apartment too. But I say hi when I saw them.
Okay, but you don't know much about them?
No.
Okay. What about you, Matilde?
The same. I don't know the names, but I know who lives in the two apartments in my.
Yeah.
But and I say hi every time I see them, but I don't know the names.
Okay. What about you, Sophia?
I know their names. They have my number, so if they have some problems, they call me. Before the pandemic, we invite them to our birthday party,
Ah,
and they do the same. So we are close.
okay, you're very close.
Yes.
Are you friends?
Yes.
Are they your age?
No, they are they older than me. Like they have children. So my little brother is friend of their children.
Okay.
So
Yeah, and your parents are closer to them, or do you live
yes,
with your parents?
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But like 2 years ago, I was a babysitter, niñera,
Sitter.
babysitter to
You babysit. Okay, you were a babysitter, or you did babysitting to them.
yes.
Yeah, to do babysitting. To do babysitting for her. Ah, okay, yes. Okay. What about you, Victor?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I hear you all with a delay, so I
Ah,
try
okay.
my best to understand what I'm saying. But I think I know some of them. Most of them are not in my floor. I usually see them in the elevator or at the hall entrance. Um, but that's somehow about it.
Okay, nothing more than that. Okay. Let's see. Well, what Sophia was saying that, I mean, before the pandemic, her family invited some of these neighbors to birthday parties. Would you like to be closer to your neighbors? What do you think? Anybody?
No, until everyone is vaccinated with the two shots.
Because of the pandemic. But if we, I mean, imagine that the pandemic is, I mean, far away, without pandemic. Would you like to get closer to them?
Well, I think when you live in a community, you have to know your neighbors because for various reasons, security, some emergency ones. So at some point, you have to know them.
Yeah. So you think it's necessary?
So, but no more than that. So if no more functionally meeting per se.
Okay. What do you exactly mean when you say no more than that?
I think that if you have some nice relationship with them, it's nice, it's okay, but it's not the objective for me at least to know them. I know people with other thing in my mind. No, not like because are my neighbors or whatsoever.
Yeah, you wouldn't like to be their friends.
Not necessarily. Maybe some of them are nice. Who knows? But in the meantime,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Good. Any other opinion about getting closer to your neighbors?
I think that is useful for organization.
Sorry, it is what?
That is useful for organization.
Can you explain that, please?
If I know my neighbors, I can create groups of discussion or groups for work to I don't for work for benefits that involve all the community. For example, recycling or a community garden,
yeah,
or or another things, if they need help, if they are alone, especially in this lockdown.
Yeah.
If they are old, if they need help, if they need staff of the supermarket, and other things, if they sick, if they have to get their medicine to the medical center or some stuff like that. I think it's really important know the neighbors and participate of the community where you live.
Yeah, can be helpful, and you can be helpful too. I mean, you can help others and you can be helped by others.
Exactly.
Any other opinion about it? Matthias, would you like to get closer to your neighbors?
Depend. Right now, in the place that I live, I think no.
Yeah.
But in the future, because when I was younger, when I was a child, I had some problems with neighbors, especially because I play out and I play soccer. And and sometimes I hit with the ball and the cars. So
windows.
Yeah, but nothing happens. But the alarms go.
Okay. You hit the windows of the doors. Okay, and the alarm went off. The alarms went off.
So I don't have a good memories. So yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know that I mean, I have no experience with houses because I've always lived in apartments, but I didn't know that if you hit the windows with or the doors or the windows with a ball, the alarms went off. I didn't know that. I mean, I never thought.
No, the cart and
the
cars. So, I live in a department and we don't have like a jar. We only have the place and you put the cars. And I
parking lot.
forget the.
It's a parking lot.
Yeah, so I play with another neighbor that don't live here anymore. But yeah.
Okay.
We have some problems with the.
Okay. So car alarms went off and then everybody hated you. Yes. Yeah. Car alarms are awful. Okay. Right. Good. Okay. Well, there, Matthias, you got into the next question. I mean, that was the last question asked to the people in the video. Have you had any bad experience with neighbors? Have you ever had any problems, any bad experience with neighbors, with any neighbors?
I have in the last lockdown.
Yes, what happened? Can you tell us about it?
My building has a central. It's not a central park because it's really small. I don't know how to say plaza.
A square?
A square.
Is it in a square? Central square?
It's in a central square. Yeah. And the young go to party there at the night. And they do.
Sorry, can you repeat that, please? I couldn't hear you well.
The youngers go to this square to party and drinking and smoke.
Yeah, at night.
Drugs. Yeah. At night, and they are too loud, And for that reason, some neighbors, they complaining in the WhatsApp group, and I really don't care if they loud. I think that they are young, that they can drink, and we are locked down, and the stress is better for that if they have the possibility of a reunion in a open place. So, but I have that discussion with my neighbors, but nothing else.
Okay, you defended the young people.
Yes, but when they are respectful with the neighbors, if they not, it isn't. I can defend him if they not respect.
Yeah, but you, I mean, in you, okay, yeah, I understand your point. Okay, you were not that strict with the young. Okay, what's about you, Sophia? Have you ever had any bad experience with your neighbors?
No, that I remember, but like 2 weeks ago, a dog go into my house and start to fight with my dogs. So we have to separate and we have to find the owner of the dog. But that is the
only
bad experience that I had with my neighbor.
Okay. So you haven't had any problem as far as you can remember. Yeah. Okay. What about you, Uriel? Have you ever had any problem with your?
Well, not as far as I can remember, but the neighbors in the opposite apartment leave their bikes in the corridor, so it could be very dangerous because Chile is a seismic country, so that's upset.
Okay, so, but have you had any discussion, any argument, not discussion, with the neighbors?
Yes, we had, but they do nothing.
So nothing happened in the end, nothing changed, I mean.
Nothing changed, yeah.
Okay. Okay. What about you, Matilde? Any problems with any bad experience with neighbors?
Yes. Last year, I don't remember if we were in quarantine, but pandemic and the classes are online with Zoom like right now. And I was doing some teaching. I'm a support teacher with my teacher, my boss, where I work. And the I'm sorry, my cat. My downstairs neighbor were doing some arrangement or some changes in all the apartments. And they were really noisy from like 8 a.m. So I was doing the classes and they were like, I don't know what they were doing, but it's very noisy.
Hammering?
Yes, I think they went down a wall.
Yeah. So they were pulling down.
Yes.
That's very noisy, actually. Yeah.
Really. And I couldn't speak from my computer, so we have to call them and say to stop, ask them to stop like 1 hour or 2, but they didn't listen and they keep doing the noise.
And what did you do?
I had to go to other places. It was very sorry.
Yes.
But yes, it was. They took like 1 month, but they supposed to took 1 month, but they delay the I don't know all the arrangements. So we had to be like 2 months and listen to all the the noise. It was very
Okay. Very unpleasant.
yes.
Yeah. What about you, Victor? Victor, have you ever had any problems with any bad experience with your neighbors?
Can you hear me, right?
Yes.
Oh, the last thing I heard was like Uriel. So
Like what?
I just was when Uriel was talking. Recently, I have a connection. Um, maybe some of them, some of my experience maybe started some with bad experience, but at the end, it turned out that there were no so much problematic that I thought that they were. So in the beginning maybe, but at the end was a good experience.
Yeah, and what can you tell us something about the reasons why they were unpleasant at the beginning or a problem at the beginning?
Yeah, actually last year, a couple, I don't know if they are married or if they are brothers, I don't know. A couple moved next to me, and the girl is a bass player.
Sorry,
So
is what?
It's a bass player.
Oh, okay.
I'm a guitar player. So at some point in the day when when I am in my apartment, I play guitar. So I turn up my amp a little bit noisy, a little bit too loud, and I remember, like I don't know, 2 a.m. in the morning, she started to play in the bass, like
morning.
Yeah, but was a good group though. Was playing some funky stuff, so at least was nice. And the next day I saw her and I say so because I work uh, early in the morning like all of us. So she told me what happened, and then now she texts me when she is going to play with their friends or their band. So I know if I have to put on my earbuds or not, but it's more friendly way.
Yeah. No, that is, I know what you mean. I mean, I've had some neighbors that play very, very well and type of music I like, but not on Wednesday, 3 o'clock in the morning, especially when you have to get up early the next day. Yeah, that's awful. Let's see. So you play the guitar, Victor? Yes?
Sorry?
You play the guitar?
Yes, I try to.
Okay, you play the guitar. Remember when you talk about instruments, you play the guitar, the piano, the violin, the bass as your neighbor. Remember that. It's one of the few circumstances when you use the word the in English. Yeah? Okay, talking. Shall we watch the video for the last time? But this time I will ask you to watch the video and read the script at the same time. Is that okay? So let's go to Ucursos again. Okay. Ucursos Neighbors transcript, please. Okay. So. Okay, ready? Did you download it? Are you ready to watch the video?
Yes.
Okay, here we are. Wait a minute. What's up? It's very slow. Wait a minute, please. My internet is rather slow. Ooh. Okay.
Welcome to Live from London. Today we're in King's Cross talking to people about their neighbours. Do you know your neighbours? What are they like?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I think I opened more than once. Wait.
Welcome to Live from London. Today we're in King's Cross talking to people about their neighbours. Do you know your neighbours? What are they like?
Yes. There's a couple who live next door in South African, and I know his name, but it's kind of got past the point where I should have asked what or remembered what her name was. And then I have a guy who lives downstairs from me who's a bit of a nosy neighbour who seems to know everything. And again, I should know his name, and he talks to me a lot, but I don't, and you get caught with him quite a lot. Have long discussions about everything in the building, which I'm not that interested in.
No, I don't really know my neighbours. I just know them to see them when I go past them and they're coming and going. So I have no idea really what they're like.
I know most of them, yeah, and they're normally just like elderly couples and a few young people and students, yeah.
Yeah, I live above like a Danish couple, and they seem nice, but generally speaking in London, you don't get to know your neighbours that well, which is a bit of a shame. I know more in like countryside and stuff, you have more of a relationship with your neighbours, leave keys with them and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, that seems nice. So I'd like to have that in the future.
Would you like to be closer to your neighbours?
No, not really. I think I'm close enough.
I would probably like to be closer to the couple next door. And there's another couple that live opposite that would probably be quite good to be a bit more friendly with. They're quite sociable next door. Probably not so much the guy downstairs, as he wastes my time.
So yeah, it would be nice to be closer to neighbours, but for some reason in London, people are moving house every other week. It doesn't really happen as much, which is a shame.
Overall, probably not, but we should all make more effort to get on with and get to know our neighbours, I suppose, but maybe depending on where you live.
Have you ever had a bad experience with your current neighbours or any from the past?
I can't remember a bad experience with previous neighbours, except actually one house in East London where there was parties going on all the time at 4 in the morning, and I was a teacher, and I needed a good night's sleep, and they were troublesome.
I've had a very small bad experience where I live. It's a communal area, so sometimes post goes missing and things go missing. So that causes some concern between neighbours.
Not really bad. There was an incident where we thought that the guy downstairs had stolen a delivery of a passport because he'd signed for it and then denied it. But then it actually just turned out that was a massive mistake on my ex-boyfriend's part, and it was just with the post office in, in Sydney.
Not my current neighbours, but in the past there was quite an elderly couple who never went out, and they always knew when we were walking up and down the stairs, which was really strange.
Okay. Okay. Any questions or comments about this video now and the script? No? Okay. There are some words that I would like to check, some expressions from the script.
I have a question. Some word that Rachel used.
Yeah.
Elderly. I don't know what it means.
Does anybody know the word elderly? Where is it? Elderly means old, but it's, it's a more formal way.
Okay.
Mayores, that's the meaning. Yeah. Elderly couples, old couples. Yeah. Elder is used only for people. No, old can be used for things or for people. Elderly or elder is only used for people. Okay? Any other question? Sorry, do you understand it, Matilde?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, any other question? No? Okay, there are some things that I would like to check. If we go down and we go to Edwin in the first question, when he says that I don't get to know your neighbors that well, which is a bit of a shame. What's the meaning of that? What do you understand by that? It's a bit of a shame.
In Spanish?
If you could do it in English, would be great. But if you cannot, you can do it in Spanish.
It is a shame. It's like it's a pity. It's sad.
It's
not the way I understand.
Exactly, it's a pity. Shame may have other meanings also, but in this case, shame is like a pity, something sad. Yes, very good. The other word is it was used by Edwin twice. If you go down a bit, Edwin again, he says that people in London are moving house every other week. What's the meaning of every other week? What do you understand by that?
Every week? That exaggeration of that, or no?
Yeah, but it's not every week. Every week is every week. Every other week is every 2 weeks. It's not. Yeah, it's like semana por medio.
Okay.
Right? You can say also every other day, día por medio, etc.
I don't understand that.
Every other week?
Yes, I don't understand.
You don't understand the meaning? Semana por medio?
Yes.
Yeah, well, obviously it's a metaphor. Nobody moves a house every other week, but it's a metaphor, right? People are moving house every other week. People are constantly moving house. But he used the expression every other week. Semana por medio. Yeah? Okay. Then going down with the last question, have you ever had a bad experience with your current? What's the meaning of current? Can you give me a synonym of current or a...
Actual.
No. Actually, that's what, let me see, wait, let me, oh, every time I want to open the chat when I am sharing a screen. Yeah, well, let's see. That is exactly the reason why I wanted to check this word. Current has nothing to do with the word actual, but people usually confuse it.
And with present?
Current, very good, Sofia. Current is a synonym of present. Present. So he said current neighbors or present neighbors, the neighbors you have now at this moment. But actual is a synonym of real. Yeah? Actual is the opposite of fictitious. So that word actual is very tricky because it's similar to Spanish, it's written exactly the same as in Spanish. It's pronounced differently, but it produces confusion because it has nothing to do with actual. Okay? Please keep an eye on that.
So if I say actually, I'm saying in Spanish, de hecho.
De hecho, right. En realidad, right. Actually means in fact. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Do you understand it? Yes? Okay. Well, let me go back to the script just to check some more words. The other word is Edwin on the first page. He said that they were troublesome. Can you give me do you know the word troublesome?
It's like problematic.
Yes, right, conflictive. People that produce troubles. Yeah, very good, troublesome. Then we have, I know that was, I think that's all. I don't know if there is another question about the vocabulary or the expressions. No?
Yes. What is the meaning of overall?
Overall. Yeah, there are many different. Paul, wait a minute. It doesn't really, well, would be, the question is, would you like to be closer? Overall, probably not. What do you understand? I mean, the question to all of you, what the meaning of overall? How do you understand that word?
Quizás.
No.
Maybe.
No. Overall, like in general, overall means sobre todo in general. I mean, sobre todo. Como en general, that would be the idea. Probably not. Yeah? That's meaning. Okay? Any other question? No? Okay, guys. Shall we go for a break? We're late for the break, but couldn't stop in between. So according to my computer, is 4:28. So in 15 more minutes, we return to classes. Is that okay? Good.
Okay.
Somebody, okay. Anybody back? Hi, Uriel. Hi, Sophia. Hi, Matilda, everybody. Okay. Well, let's see what is next. In the second part of the second period of the second part of the class, we are going to, our objective will be to exchange information about each other using present and past, okay? You will ask and answer questions, and then you will have to report that information, okay? So, talking about, wait. When you were a child, that was not so long ago, I mean, you are very, very young. Was there anything about adults that you thought it was strange or it was amusing? Do you remember? Do you understand my question?
I didn't hear very well the first part.
Yeah. Think about when you were little children.
Okay.
Yeah. Was there anything at that time about adults that you considered strange or amusing?
Yes, I have.
Yes, Victor, can you tell us about it?
I don't know how age I was, but I think maybe 6, 5, around that.
Yeah.
I have the picture of my father, who passed away when I was 17. Looking at the mirror in the bathroom and shaving his face, and put on some perfume, and always said to me that that's the way you have to do it. You have to do it all the time. I have that strong memory in me.
Sorry, the sound is not very good, so I couldn't.
And now?
Yeah, but when you, let's see, what I understood is that when you were about 6 years old, yes, you used to look at the picture of your father.
No, at my father when he was at the bathroom.
Sorry, I don't think I got you then correctly. Can you please explain it again?
Now you can hear me best?
Yes.
Now?
I can hear you better, yeah.
I was talking about one of my oldest memory when I was a child.
Yeah.
And that memory was looking at my father when he was at the bathroom, shaving it, and put some perfume on. So that's the picture I have.
Okay, shaving himself.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but the question is not that. It's not about your memories. The question is about something that you remember that when you were a little child, thoughts about adults. For example.
Yeah. For that reason, because for me it was fascinating looking at him and smell him. So I always thought that when I was no, I don't know.
When you
now 14 years old, I remember that clearly. So from then on, I put some perfume all my entire life.
Okay, yeah, I get it. Okay. It was it was not shaving, not the action of shaving properly. It was all the process.
Yeah.
And perfume and all that.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Now I got you. Okay. So that is something
when
that
he was getting ready to go into his job. So that was my main memory.
Yeah. But that was, I mean, something related to your father in particular, but not about other men.
My grandfather used to do the same. So it's part of my family, I guess.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So that was something that you really enjoyed watching.
Yeah,
And smelling.
shaping my grandfather.
Okay. Right. Very good. Any other opinion? Any other thing you remember? For example, some children, I've heard that, some children don't understand, I mean, they don't understand why adults like alcohol, like wine, for example. It's awful. I mean, to them, it's awful. So it's a strange. Why do people like wine, for example? Yeah. That kind of thing. I mean, do you remember? I mean, did you have that kind of?
Yes, I don't know if applies to the question, but with my family in the family meals, like the Sundays, I didn't understand why we, the children, couldn't sit with the adults. We have another table, like only the children, and I hated that because I like to listen to the adults' conversation, and I didn't understand, and I thought it was strange that we had to sit in another table and don't listen to the family adult conversation, I think.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, you had to sit at other table.
Sit
Yeah?
at.
You had to sit at other table. And do you remember I mean, did you ask your mother or father about the reason?
Yes, then when I grow up, I understand there was some political differences in my family, very strong political difference, and actually my dad usually gets a little excited, I don't know, and there was some tiny arguments in the table, so I think that they didn't want us to listen that.
Okay, that was the reason. I mean, they didn't want the children to watch and to listen to those arguments.
Yes, I think.
Okay. Well, it was, yeah. Okay, good. Any other experience of that? Raquel? No?
Now that I can remember,
No.
I remember that when I go out with my mom, we walk a lot for the places that we go. So that when we took the bus, I was tired and I want to sit, but the adult people look at me ugly because I am sitting, and my mom pay me the ticket, and I show them the ticket because that was my seat, and that's the reason because I was sitting.
Yeah, but people look at you awfully the same.
Yes.
People and children cannot be tired.
No.
No.
No, children cannot be tired.
No, children cannot be tired. Yeah. Okay, what about you, Uriel? Do you remember any? No?
No, but I didn't understand why the people smoke, and I still don't get it.
Sorry, the last part?
I still don't get it.
Okay, you still don't understand why. Yeah. Okay, and what about you, Matthias?
Mm, well, I didn't hear the question.
Let's
So,
see if when you were a little child, was there anything about adults that you found strange or that was amusing to you that you couldn't understand much?
actually, no, I don't
No?
think so. No.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. What is the most surprising or unexpected thing about the way your life has developed? I mean, if we think about from the moment you were a little child until now, do you understand what I mean? What is the most surprising or unexpected thing about the way your life has developed until now?
Being accepted in this program.
Yes.
Yes.
Why? Is it surprising or unexpected?
For me, I want it, but I don't expect it. I don't feel capable of being selected in the program.
You didn't expect it?
I didn't expect it.
Yeah.
And when I am a vet, and I wanted to work on clinical with pets, with dogs, but the laboral field and that they make me to sell. They make me to sell medicine. That is not a thing that I was comfort to do. And
okay.
I have to change. I have to change my focus of I don't know how to say it. I don't know the verb. Lo que quiero decir es que no tuve que enfrentarme a otra forma de ver cómo me iba a desempeñar en el trabajo.
Raquel,
I can say the verb, I can say.
Think about it. Think about it and I will ask you again, okay? And
okay.
try to think without using the computer. Try to think how to organize your ideas, okay? And I will ask you again, okay?
Okay.
Any other opinion? What is the most surprising or unexpected thing about the way your life has developed?
Can I say pandemic?
Pandemic? What can you tell us about it?
Because I wasn't expecting, and if someone asked me 3 years ago that we are in quarantine and almost this is the second year with quarantine, I think I never believe it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
definitely this is the most surprising and unexpected thing in all our lives.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody, yeah, you didn't expect it. You didn't expect it, okay? Or I would have never expected it or imagined it.
Okay.
Yes, I would have never expected it. I mean, to be in quarantine or on online classes for the second year. Did you know Zoom until before last year?
Yes, but because October of 2019.
Okay, but before that, before
No.
2019, no?
Never, no.
No? Okay, yeah. Yeah, me either, yeah. Okay. Any other surprising event, surprising or unexpected event in your lives? Uriel?
I didn't expect that I would be living without my parents in so early age, because at the 19 I have to say bye-bye because they moved to Lolol in the O'Higgins region. So that's new to me.
Yeah, sorry, but they live in Lolol and you had to leave them at 19 years old.
Yes, since my 19s.
Okay, at 19.
At 19.
At 19. Nothing to do with the pandemic then?
Yeah, we have to get a job and and survive with the bonus of the government and that kind of things.
But did you live with your parents before the pandemic?
No.
No, sorry, don't understand.
Since the since 18 October, since that day,
yeah.
my mom have to go because well she's retired and didn't get job here.
Okay, so she returned. Okay, she was living in Santiago until that moment.
Yes, yes.
And then she
yes.
had to return to Lolol.
Lolol, yes.
And you had to stay here.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And why did she return to Lolol?
Because their mother live there there and to work the land because they are with my father, they are working the land to cultivate things.
Okay. Yeah. And who do you live with in Santiago?
With my brother, my sister, and our couples.
Our partners.
Well,
couple in English is two. So you live with your partners. Be careful with that. That could be problematic if, yeah, you live with your partners. Parejas.
Yes.
Partners. You are a couple. You and your partner are a couple. Yeah? But you live, you and your brother and your sister live with your partners. Yes? In English, when you say a couple, means two. A couple of hours is 2 hours. Yeah? Okay. Okay, I understand that. Okay, so that was the most surprising thing. What's about you, Matias? What has been the most surprising or unexpected thing in your life about the way life has developed?
Okay. Well, when I was in the school, I wasn't a good student.
Yeah.
I didn't have good grades and qualifications.
No, grades or marks, both.
Oh, okay. But someday my math professor started to cheer me up. Like, you can do it, just study and do the right things. And I started to study more, and I started to have good qualification grades,
And so yeah, I'm really grateful with that professor. So I think that it's a good point.
Yeah, definitely. It changed your destiny in a way.
Yes.
He left an important mark. Okay. So the word grade is the same as the word mark in relation to school, to studies actually. Grade is American word, mark is more used by the British, okay? But it's different from the word qualifications because qualification or qualifications means certificates, degrees. If I say, what are your qualifications? You can say, well, I am a vet, I have a master, I am studying, I'm doing a PhD. Those are your qualifications. Yes? So qualifications are not good or bad. You have them or you don't have them. Or you have some few qualifications. But they're not good or bad. But grades and marks can be low or high. Be careful when you say in school and at school. This is not the same. Can anybody tell me the difference between both?
I think when you say at school is in like in I don't know how to explain. Next person.
I think when you say in school, it's like the geographic place. Like in school, I'm there in that moment, in that place. But at school, it's like the being studying. I don't know. I don't know if I'm right. But I picture like in school, like I'm in school now.
Yeah.
Like the place, in the geographic place, I think.
Geographic place, yes. In the physical place.
Yes.
You are in school, you are in the building, inside the building. Doesn't mean you are a student there. You can be working, you can be, I mean, for other reasons, right? You are in the school. But when you are at school, that means that you are a student at school. It doesn't mean that you are inside the building. What do you do? I am at school. I am a school student. That is what I mean. Do you understand it? It's different. Raquel, do you understand it? Yes? Everybody? Okay. Finally, be careful with two words. Also, this is related to Spanish because some words are, sorry. It was professor with double S. Professor and teacher. They're not synonyms. Does anybody know the difference? No? A teacher is normally a teacher at school teacher. Yeah? And a professor is in a college, is at the university. Yes? It's a different level of teaching. Yeah? Okay, good. Well, Matilde, can you tell us about the most surprising and unexpected thing about the way your life has developed?
I think that I keep studying so long and I would like it. I entered to the university like 8 years ago, and right now I'm still studying and I like it. So I think before I didn't think that I would keep studying for so long.
You didn't expect?
Yes, I think I didn't thought that I would enter to a PhD program. I didn't. Yes.
So it's surprising them.
Yes.
Let me get him. Yeah. Okay. You enter the university, Matilda. You don't enter to. You enter the university or you join the university. Okay? Get in. Enter. Enter the university or get in. Well, join could be also the university. Okay, good. Victor, what about you? Can you hear me?
Sorry, I was, the last thing I heard was, I think,
The question is, what is the most surprising or unexpected thing about the way your life has developed until now, so far?
Oh, yeah, I have a couple of them, but I think they are so private that,
Well,
yeah.
You can talk about.
In a way that I can talk about it. Well, I spent 2 years. No, I have 2 years and a half, maybe three in rehab. I have an accident, so I spent that time of my life in rehab and trying to walk again, to speak again.
Yeah.
So yeah, that
How long
is.
ago was that? How long ago was that?
I don't even have the count on it, but was 2012.
12. I mean, yeah, okay. 9 years ago.
12.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how long were you in rehab?
2.5 years, maybe 3. I don't know.
Okay. It was a long way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So definitely that is the most surprising thing. And did you recover well then?
Well, some scars, some places than others, but I think that I can be useful in a way that I like.
Okay, good, Victor. Okay, Raquel, now we return to you. Could you organize your answer?
Yes, that I was to try to say is that I have to, because I'm not comfortable in the job, I have to look other opportunities, and that is because I applicate in this program.
Okay, you didn't feel comfortable in your job, so you decided to enter this program. The PhD,
yes.
Right? The PhD program.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Brave. I think people saying a PhD or a master's is brave at this time.
I'm the first on the family, and it's a lot of weight.
Sorry, you are the first of your family?
On my family, yes.
The first of what?
That is in a program of PhD.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Very good. Well, let's see now, you are 6 students. I will ask you to work in pairs, okay? I will divide you in 3 groups. And first of all, I will ask you to go to YouCursos again. Wait. And download, Material Docente, download a file called Life Map, okay? I hope you can read it because it was the best scanner I could get. Can you read it? I know it's not the best resolution, but it was the best I could get because the original is not very good. But can you read it?
What is it? An X-ray?
Well, anyway, I will project it. But the thing is, here we're going to work in groups, okay? So the idea is that one of you is a student A, the other one is a student B. So here we have different questions about different aspects of your life, okay? As a child, life experience, looking back in your life, the present, your future, okay? Okay, you decide which student you will be, and you interview your classmate. You ask these questions to your classmate, okay? And then according to the answers, you decide to write a short title for each answer in the correct place of this life map, okay? Do you understand it? For example, what is your earliest memory, number one? Number one is here. I don't know. According to the answer you get, you can find a title for that. Yes? The same with the others. Okay? And the same with student B. It's exactly the same, but there are different questions. Okay?
But we have to choose if we are student A or B.
You decided, yeah. Because I cannot, when I did it face to face, it was easy because I used a pair of scissors and that was easy, but now I cannot do it. So you decide, okay?
Okay.
That's it, okay? In this part. Is it okay? Do you understand it?
No, I didn't hear the last part. Sorry.
The idea is that you decide if you are going to be student A or student B. You interview your classmates, okay? And then according to the answer, you complete the bubbles on the life map. Yes? Is it okay?
Yeah, okay.
So I will give you some minutes for you to do it. I will divide you in groups. Okay? I will stop sharing to. Okay, you're 6, so it's perfect because will be 3 rooms. I will give you about, I don't know, 10 minutes. I will visit you in your rooms from time to time. When you're ready, we will return to the main session. Is that okay? Okay, if you want to ask me a question, raise your hand in the, you know how it works? Yes, okay.
What is your Hi, Professor. What is your earliest memory?
How are you?
Yeah, we beginning talking in Spanish, then we saw your message and started again to speak in English.
Yeah, there is, according to the time we have, I think we are going to adapt the exercise. Forget about the map, the bubbles. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
I think it will be much short because if not, we're not going to have time.
Okay.
Ask and answer questions. Okay, that's it. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
In any order in particular, or?
As you like. I don't care.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi, how are you doing?
Hi.
Well, we are in question number
5.
Oh, okay, very fast. Sorry, because of the time we have, I realized that we will have to adapt the exercise. So just ask and answer questions, but forget about the map.
The titles. Okay.
Forget about that because we're not going to have enough time to do that. So just ask and answer, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Welcome. See you. Hi, girls. How are you doing?
Hi.
Hi.
Fine.
I make me, yes, I was the student A, and I actually, no, I don't know if it that actually, but I question the five question. What is a stranger thing you ever seen or done?
Yeah, okay, very good. Because of the time we have, I had to adapt the exercise. So just ask and answer questions, but forget about the map, about the title, because we're not going to have enough time to do that. Just concentrate on questions and answers, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Good. You have.
What happened?
I don't know.
I closed the room, but not all the rooms are closed. I mean,
Yeah, I pressed the button.
Me too.
that's the thing, because you're supposed to have 7 seconds to finish, 5
Yes.
seconds.
We were in the last one. I don't know if we have to finish or.
No, just we're going to check what you have. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. How was it?
Victor,
Was it
are
okay?
you there?
Could you finish
Yeah.
the questions?
Yeah.
If you couldn't finish them all, we're going to check what you have. Okay, what you have so far. Okay, so which group would like to start? The idea is that you will report the information you got about your classmates. Yes, and then the classmate will say, yeah, that is according to, well, this is not exactly what I meant. See what I mean? So who would like to start? Which group would like to start?
But we say the answer of each question?
No, it's like, no. It's, well, yeah, not the answer to question by question, but for example, I don't know, talking to, I don't know, to Matilde, her earliest memory was,
okay.
Yeah, that's it. A report. Who would like to start? Hello. Who would like to start?
Uriel.
Matilde and Uriel. Okay. Let's see Matilde first and then Uriel. Uriel, be attentive to what she says.
Okay.
And see if the information is correct or exact or not. Okay.
Okay, Uriel, his first present was a dog toy. And his favorite place in...
Sorry, again. What was the present?
A dog toy, a toy with the shape of a dog, I understand.
A toy dog?
Yes, toy dog.
Yes. Like the, where you put in the bath?
Yeah, but it was a dog, but it was a toy.
Yes.
Not a real dog. So it's a toy dog. Sorry.
It's toy dog?
It's sorry. What did you say, Matilde? A toy dog, a dog toy?
I said and I write a dog toy. Dog toy.
No, it's a toy dog.
Okay.
It's a toy dog. It's a dog, but not a real dog. It's a toy dog.
But it was not a dog. It was a duck. Duck.
A duck. Sorry. Okay, never mind. It's a toy duck.
Duck. Yes.
Duck. Okay.
Okay. The most interesting place in your neighborhood as a child was the parking lot.
Yes.
His dream job when he was a child was to be a veterinarian.
Yes.
The most interesting person he knew, he's ever met, was his math teacher in the university.
At the school.
The school, okay.
Yes.
The most dangerous situation you have been was almost an accident you were in yes. The hallway, no, in the street going to the university.
On my way to the university, yes.
Yes, but some person saved you from, I don't know, situation.
Okay.
The most thing you regret is have a bad relationship with your parents, to fight a lot. The thing you are most proud of, it's doing the masters that you are doing right now. And the place he spent the most time right now is sitting in the desk in his room, in his home. The last question we
that is the one you missed. Okay.
Yes.
Good. Okay, sitting at the desk, Matilde. To sit in the desk would be to sit inside something possible to do. Okay, good. Uriel, what can you say? Well, is it, so you said it's okay then?
Yes, it's okay.
Okay, can you now report Matilde's?
Yes, my Matilde earliest memory was in a apartment, Obispo Donoso, in Obispo Donoso, a memory of her family, a reunion. Her favorite room in the house where she grew up was her parents' room. Is that okay, Matilde? Yes.
Yes, that's okay.
The name of the person she really admired when she was young was her older sister. The most interesting place she ever been was a cinema museum in Italy. The strangest thing she ever seen was a parasited deer. Her biggest success was to get a beca Anid to her PhD.
What?
A beca.
Scholarship.
Scholarship. A scholarship. The biggest opportunity that she missed was to travel before the pandemic to Italy, and now from the pandemic she spent a shorter time, and she liked spending time with her mom and sister. She enjoy listen to music, and the thing that she want to change about herself in the future is to stay more connected in the reality. And that's it.
Okay, to get connected.
Yes,
to get connected with reality. Okay. Okay. Italy, Uriel. The first syllable, Italy.
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 She enjoys, don't forget the S's, she enjoys. I hear the strangest thing she has ever seen is a parasite deer.
Yes, a parasite.
What is that?
A deer.
A deer?
A deer who was dead, but he has all the nose and brain parasite with ácaro. I don't know how to say. And larvas.
Oh, strange. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Uriel. Thank you, Matilde. Let's see, Matias and Victor. Can you?
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, perfectly well.
Okay. No, we didn't get to go through all the questions, but we asked each other the ones that were, I think, more spicy or more entertaining ones. So,
okay. Let's listen to that report.
Matias, go on.
Okay. What is the biggest success that you have had? And Victor say, regard for...
Sorry, Matias. It's not necessary to read the question, just report the answer.
Ah, okay.
It's shorter.
The biggest success that Victor had was recovery from that accident, big accident that he suffered. So he told me that he was like a amoeba.
Yeah.
So he couldn't move, and right now he is with us in a normal class. So I think that was a good success. Yeah, good fact. And the other thing, Victor want to change. What Victor want to change about herself is, himself is not expect too much from other people. Like really know the other people, not be open quickly.
Yeah.
And the stranger things that Victor saw was a light in the files when he was working. I don't remember the work, but
Sorry,
the light.
Sorry, what did he see? I can understand.
A light.
A light in the?
Yeah.
In the ceiling?
In the files. Files like fields. Yeah.
Sorry. In the fields.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And the light started to move.
Okay.
Okay. So you can believe or not, but is what is.
He saw
that.
If you say it like that, no one will believe you.
Sorry, Victor.
Okay.
So that was the question that I asked.
Okay, those were the questions. Okay, good. Let's see, Victor. What can you say about Matias?
Yeah, can you hear me, right? I asked to him, let me see the question, I don't remember. What was the most frightening thing that he was experienced? And he told me that in a time when he was really, really sick, threw up every 10 minutes. So he was scared of his life in that sense. And also he says to me that after he recovers, he lost a lot of weight. So when he was walking again, he feels like the heart was about to explode, for example. Also, I asked them, I think I asked him what is the most regret thing that he wouldn't do it again, and I don't think if I can say the answer, but it was about that I'm going to paraphrase. And yeah, not being an A / person with others. I will think that encapsulated what he says to me. Don't be so rude. Don't be so mean to other people. At some point in his life. So I want to say not a good word, but that was the thing he encapsulated.
And I think that's it.
Yes, that was.
That was the last question you asked.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I didn't get the last question very clearly, actually, but
I can repeat it.
Sorry?
What do you understand what I said?
I didn't understand the question that was answered. The last question you asked.
I asked him what was the most thing that now
what he regretted most.
Yeah. Well, yes.
I didn't understand the answer.
He said that he regrets being a rude person with others, a mean person sometimes in some periods of his life. So I don't think he said the word evil, but that's the way he talked to me.
Yeah. So he regrets being evil or being good?
No. Being evil sometimes.
Being
bad
especially with my family when I was young, and I argue with them a lot. So
okay,
I regret of that.
Yeah, but I don't think you were evil. Probably you were but I mean a conflicted teenager. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Both of you. Some things I would like to check when you use the verb ask, you don't use prepositions. I mean, I asked him, no, I asked to him. Be careful when you said, he said to me. Yeah, you can use the verb to say to, but that means that you are going to repeat, to quote exactly the same words that were used in the sentence. For example, he said to me, I was not a good boy. But if I want to report that, I don't use the verb to say. He told me he was not good. Okay. Right? He said to me, I was not good. He told me he was not good. Do you understand the difference? Yeah. Finally, when you were talking about weight, the verb is to gain weight. He gained a lot of weight, not recovered because that weight was not present before. So he lost a lot of weight and then he gained or regained a lot of weight, but not recovered because recovery has a different meaning, Victor. Okay?
I was saying that he okay, no, I was trying to say that when he recovered of his illness.
Okay. Then he gained a lot of weight.
No, then he lost a lot of weight.
He got.
And also, I lost a lot of musculature.
Muscles.
So when I start to walk, I feel my heart start to bump.
Okay. Yeah, now I understand. Okay, right.
So,
yeah.
So I was right or I was wrong?
You were right, Victor. You were
okay.
Right. Definitely. Okay. Good. Let's see Sofia and Raquel. Who would like to start? Sofia, okay.
Yes. So, the first present that Raquel received was a toy guitar.
Mm-hmm.
The most interesting place in the neighborhood where she lived as a child was a residence. The first job she wants to do when she grown up.
The place was a residence?
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that my dad rents rooms for students when I was a child.
Okay, right, yeah. Okay. Go on.
Okay. The first job she wanted to do when she grew up was office woman. The most interesting person that she ever met, she don't have favorite person. So she doesn't meet an interesting person.
Sorry, I didn't understand that.
She doesn't meet an interesting person.
She doesn't
Met an interesting person.
She didn't meet.
Yes.
She
Okay.
didn't.
The question is, who was the most interesting person you ever met?
You ever met.
And she say, none.
She didn't meet.
Exactly.
But,
She didn't meet an interesting
that
person.
was not the answer. That was not the answer. That was not what I mean. We have problems of connected. My computer is quite bad, but I think that I don't have one person because I think that all my friends are interesting. Are interesting.
Okay, you not have only one person. Yeah, okay. Go on, Sophia, please.
The most dangerous or frightening thing that ever happened to her was an accident in a bike with a car. The most regret that she didn't regret of anything. She is proud of being a good person. She spent most of her time in her house. Her favorite thing that she owns is a bike, and she don't have ambitions.
She
doesn't have ambition.
Any ambitions. Okay. Okay, good. Let's see Raquel, please.
Well, Sophia told me that his earliest memory, and it was his dog. That his name, his dog, and his name is Sabina. His favorite room is the kitchen, and she admired
Her favorite.
I don't understand. Can you repeat me?
Okay, go on, Sophia. Raquel, go on. There is a confusion between she and her. That's what.
But I want to know when I use her and when I use because
possessive. Her is a possessive.
Okay.
She is.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. Her admired person was his grandmother. And the most interesting place that she have ever been is in a submarine. And the strangest thing that she ever done is the Navy. She was recruited in the Navy.
Yeah.
She was in the Navy, and that's it. And she thinks that it's an opportunity that she misses because she retired and she go to the school, to the university. She is spending the most of time in like any other with his family. She loves cooking, and she what she wants to change in his life is that the country that she lives. She wants to go to another country.
Me too. Okay. That's it? Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Raquel. Let's see, Raquel, remember that her is used for possessive for a female. For example, talking about Sophia, we say her house, her dream, her ambition. His is for a male, for a man, okay? That is important to keep it clear. Okay, any questions, any comments about what you have done so far?
I have problems to pronounce the you. You ever seen you?
Sorry, what word?
It's not a word. It's a person
I
with
think
a
it's
verb.
the abbreviation of you
Abbreviation,
have, you've, like something like that, no?
Sorry, can you write
Yes.
it, Raquel, in the chat? I don't understand. Ah, you've. You pronounce this. You've. Yeah. But what you have, I can't remember who or how many people. Be careful with the pronunciation of this letter. This is pronounced like E. So, wait. For example, this word is pronounced you. You, not you. Okay? And not only that word, I mean, in any word. For example, this word is pronounced young, not young. Okay? Let's see, next class, I would like, let me write it down. Next class, I would like to work on pronunciation of final EDs. Worked, okay, for example, missed, pronunciation of final ED. There is something. And I would like to concentrate on some exercises to practice present tenses. When I say present tenses, I mean simple present. She works, she studies, she lives, simple present. Present continuous. I don't care a bit about if you know the names of that, but I want you to identify it. When you say, I am working in this job now, but I am planning to leave it. Something that is happening now or that is happening in the short term. I am watching a movie next Saturday. We're going to, and finally, another tense that has to do with I have present perfect, that is, I have seen a very strange thing. I have studied for 10 years. Yeah? So I would like to focus on exercises practicing these three tenses together. Yes? That will be not a general conversation as now, but concentrated on that, because I think that there are some confusions between these three tenses. Yes? Any questions? Any comments? Any complaints? Could be. Why not? Okay, guys. Try to enjoy the long weekend. Yeah, we can always enjoy it. Anyway. Okay, and see you next week, next Tuesday. Okay? Have fun, enjoy it, and behave yourselves.
See you. Bye.
Bye-bye.